Today I thought I'd show you how to make a zombie. Something like this one. So let's get started. First we're going to start with a new document, blank, and we're going to bring in our model. In this case we're going to use Craig. And there he is there, unfortunately smiling, but never mind, we'll have a smiling zombie. Drag him down, pick up the layer you want, which is the only one, bring it in, get rid of the original. And now we need to size them up to the screen, so we'll just make them a bit bigger. Over there, I would imagine. Right, and there he is here. So obviously he's going to be a zombie, so he can't be feeling that well. I mean, he's dead. So we need to get some of the colour out of his face, I think. So let's start with a hue and saturation. So we've got a hue and saturation. We'll attach it to the Craig layer by alt-clicking between them. And then we can make them look not well. So we'll just reduce the saturation down. Something like that. You can get a bit more colour in them as we go along when we start putting other layers in. Right, so next thing is to put his skin peeling off him. So we're going to do that with a texture. And the texture I've picked for this one is this texture here. Now what you need to do is decide which way is the best for it. Actually, better get it in first. So we'll drag it down. We'll drag it in, get rid of the original. And what we're going to do is change the blending mode of this from normal to multiply. Now we can see what sort of thing it's going to be doing to it here. And that's not bad. Let's swing it around this way. Not very good. Let's swing it around that way. That's better. Makes it look like it's hanging off him, doesn't it? So we're going to line it up with his face and his neck. So a little bit bigger. And that's covering over the flesh bits. And what we're going to do is get rid of the bits around the outside. So we'll put a layer mask, we'll click the tick, we'll click on the layer mask, get a black brush at 100%, and what you can do is just simply paint away the bits we don't want. So we'll take these away, around his head, leave it on his ears, and one off his shirt. So something like that, and you can just take away the rest. Now we see when you're doing things like this, you're not quite sure if you've managed to get all the bits around it. So a good thing is to check your mask out. So if you go to your mask and you alt-click it, it'll just bring up the mask. And you can see there's bits I missed there. Yeah, make it a bit bigger as well, so I know I got rid of the edges. There's no more bit I missed. Yep, if you alt-click your mask again, it'll just go back to where it was. Now obviously one of the things we don't want in here is his eyes to be peeling. Don't mind his skin peeling, but his eyes shouldn't be peeling. So again, you get in the mask with your black brush and just bring back his eyes, like so. Go. And possibly, see, it doesn't look like that cracking across his lips, doesn't look right, does it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the opacity of the brush to about 20%, and then you can just take away a little bit of the texture off his lips, just so the cracking doesn't look like it's running straight through. And even if you take a little bit away from the neck as well, that'll look like it's further away. Right, obviously he's picked up the colour of the peel and paint as well, so I'll have to address that, and we'll do that by putting the hue and saturation on this one as well. So put a hue and saturation on and attach it by alt clicking, and again just reduce the saturation down to it looks right. Now I'm just looking at the colour of his skin, getting that right, and then of course we're going to grab the opacity of the peel and paint and just reduce that down. Not too much. Yeah, what they should do. And starting to look more like it's his skin. It's a bit messy around the nose, so again I'll go into the mask. We're still on 20%, so I just click around a bit and bring back his nose without this big crack through it, which makes it look more like a nose. Right, so I thought we'll put another layer on, and especially for his cheeks, this one though. So if we'll open the next texture, you see I saw this as cheek here, with bits running off. So again, pull it down, bring it in, change the blending mode to multiply, and if I size it up, you see there is the crime. So if I place it round about, bring it down a bit. So there, you see he's got that sort of, like his cheeks all red. Yeah, we'll leave it there. And again, I just want to attach to the earlier. I'll just get a battering. That's better. Just want to move it a little bit now, so I can see it better. And I'll do that. And again, put a layer mask on it. Grab your black brush, happy 100%, and we'll just want to take away the edges so we don't see any lines. Actually, doesn't want to be anywhere near his eyes either. So I'll just tone it down from there, and bits we don't want. And again, the clock is much too colourful, so again we'll put a hue and saturation on, attach it by alt clicking, and reduce the saturation. Yeah, you don't want him to have. You see, his flesh is much too healthy there, red, so we'll make it a bit rotten and horrible. Right, again, I think we'll have to reduce that because it's a bit too prominent. If I get on the right on the it would help. Something like that. Again, you see that nose has come out a bit strange again, so we'll go back into the layer mask, get the brush, but this time put it down to 20%. And we'll just click that bit away, bring his nose back again. And there you go, see, he's looking quite good now. He's looking like a zombie. Except he hasn't got zombie eyes. Have you noticed zombies always have white eyes? So what we'll do is we'll put a new layer in at the top. We'll grab a brush, but this time it's white at 100%. And we'll just zoom down to his eyes. So we'll just paint white in there. And then reduce the opacity. And he's got zombie eyes. Bit like really bad cataracts. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Now, what else do we know about zombies? Well, we know they go around shouting brains, and that's because they like eating them. So, obviously somebody could have had his brains. So, we're going to put a hole in his head to show he's got no brains. So, again, we're going to get a picture of a pot, broken pot. And we're going to get the quick selection tool. And we're just going to get the broken bit. And that's not too bad. Just a few bits where it went a bit stray. Yeah, that looks okay. So we'll go to select, modify, and we'll filter it by 1. And then we'll do a Control G to put it on its own layer. So Control G, and there it is there. So all we have selected is that. So drag it down, drag it in, get rid of the original. Right, make sure it's at the top of the layer stack, and then we're going to sort of fit into his head. So if I pull it out a bit, you should start to get something like the shape of his head. Yeah, that will do, I think. What I'm doing is just looking at the shape here, because I can always squeeze this one down a bit to fit this one, and possibly pull that one out a bit. It should be that empty head. Right, so we'll click the tick on that one, and again, colours all wrong. So, hue and saturation, attach it to the pot, and we're just going to turn down the saturation. There you go. Looks somewhat about right. So at this point, I'm going to do a levels on it, just to make sure we've got a full scan of colours across it. There you go. Now his eyes, I think that's his eyes, yep, that's his eyes, are still a bit too light to be a convincing zombie, so we'll just, there you go, that's better. And of course, if you want to bring the colour of his shirt back, because it is looking a lot black and white here, what we can do is just go back to the original photo of Craig. We'll put the hue and saturation on. There's already a layer mask on the side there. So if you click into the layer mask, get a black brush at 100%, we can actually just sort of colour pop his shirt to put a bit more colour into the. See, I mean, his shirt wasn't that much colour in it, but here's a bit of colour there. Just take your black around the shirt. And it just brings out a little touch back of colour and make it a bit more realistic, like that. And there you go, a zombie Craig. You can always find this with the written tutorial and the original pictures on the South Shields digital group. There's a link to that in this description. Thanks for watching.